If you're a Russian impressionist or like a super hardcore AK-47 rifle nerd, stop watching this video. Stop watching now. It's only going to piss you off. You're not going to want this rifle. This rifle's probably not for you because it's not really a traditional AK-47 rifle. Little spoiler for the special edition on the end of this video, or maybe the middle of the video, or maybe the beginning of the video, or maybe it's not even really a spoiler. Look, just watch my video so you can help me never have a real job again, okay? The numbers I'm going to give you as far as pricing goes and the graphics I'm going to show you come right from the KWA dealer portal, which I have access to because I'm technically a KWA dealer and an independent sales rep and a law enforcement ambassador. Wow. The base gun is AEG 2.5, which is the adjustable FPS just like the Mod 1 and just like the T6. Internally, as far as like the gears and the gearbox, blah, 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 this is basically a T6 that takes AK style magazines. So if you've teched T6s before, this is nothing new to you with the exception of whatever particulars have changed in the different magazine. That's it. This is one of the ways in where it's not really a traditional AK build. If you look at the magazine release, it has two, just like the Mod 1 does. It has the front style like the AKs and it has the side panel style like an M4. So it has two magazine releases. Because of that, magazines are going to be proprietary because no other AK variation rifle that I'm aware of has that function. I don't want to buy proprietary mags. Wait. So you'll spend $300 to $350 for a gun, but you don't want to fork over $30 to $40 extra bucks for 3 magazines? Shut up. The two main reasons why these magazines are actually proprietary, one is it has 2 different magazine releases on the front and side. No other AK platform that I'm aware of does that. The second reason is if you look at most AK rifles, they lock and rock. They don't really slide in like M4 magazines. These Ronin 47 AK magazines slide in. They don't lock and rock from the front like most AK platforms. That's why I said if you're a diehard Kalashnikov fan, this is going to piss you off. Stop thinking about the Ronin 47 in terms of a traditional, conventional Kalashnikov rifle platform like a regular AK. It's not. This is not a normal AK-47 platform rifle. It's not. If you compare it against other AKs, there's no discussion to be had because you're thinking inside the box. The Ronin 47 is more like an AK-47 inspired gun. It's not a Kalashnikov rifle. It's inspired by the AK-47 design. Does that help? That help your brain? No? Too much of a peasant? Okay, moving on. The current retail price for this gun is $340. The T6 was $320, the Mod 1 was $320, so this is more priced kind of like the TK45C. This is going to be a $340 gun. If you're looking for just the gun, there is no current official release date for just the gun. I am speculating, based on some of the other stuff they got going on, I'm speculating that just the gun will be available sometime between like November, December. That's when that, keep in mind that is speculation. But if we look at kind of their timelines in the past for the Mod 1, for the, the TK45, if we look at their past timelines when they started pre-releasing, when they started doing special editions, and when they just released the gun itself to the general public, it would be safe to assume that just the gun will be available about November. If you're trying to get one of these 47s as quick as possible, you need to get it down on one of these packages that we're going to talk about in a second, because these are going to be shipped out about October time. Let's break these packages down and talk about them. Here's how you know that KWA didn't sponsor this video, because I'm going to talk trash about some of these packages. The Tier 2 isn't that great. I don't think it's that great. The Tier 2 is like that middle child that never really stood out in the family, that didn't really like do that great in sports or do that great in school. It's like, oh yeah, Tier 2, that's, they're doing good things, I guess. The only difference between the Tier 2 and the Tier 3 is the hoodie and 45 bucks. T3 is probably the best package they have of the 3, because if you're trying to save money and you for sure you already know you want this gun, the Tier 3 package is 360 bucks, and you've already accepted the fact that you're going to pay about 340 for this gun when it comes out by itself. Well, you can get this gun a little earlier by about October time frame for an extra 20 bucks, which is going to also come with a t-shirt and some extra swag. Just do that. I think the tier 3 is going to be most successful for this reason, because the tier 3 package is only an extra 20 bucks more than what the gun itself is going to be. And you get an extra shirt and some other stuff. Cool, I can always use another gym shirt. Cool. And I get it about October time frame. Cool. I like the tier 1 package the most. This is what I'm looking at scoring, like, oh, the sales rep vendor guy is going to try and score the most expensive pack. Yo, I still got to pay money for this thing too. The only thing that separates the 47 Drifter from the non-Drifter is the green rails and the green trigger, which is not going to be independently sold. So the only way to get the green rails and the green trigger version is to buy the tier 1 package. Okay, fine, KWA, you're going to get more of my money. I want the Drifter because not everyone's going to have it. The Ronin 47 itself is attractive to me because it's different than what everyone else. Oh, look. Oh, you bought this M4. You bought this M4. You got this M4. Cool. You got another M4 AEG. Way to go. The 47 is a standout, just like how the Mod 1 stands out, just like how the TK45 stands out. The TK47, to me, stands out in a world full of M4 AEGs. That's why I like it, because it's different looking. So the Drifter, to me, is the different of the different guns. Does that make sense? It's a weird flex, but okay. I'll be perfectly honest. I've had people hit me up about that package because of the difference. They don't really care about this shirt or the sweater, blah, blah, blah. They don't care. Say you wanted to buy the tier 1 package just for the gun. Save up a little extra money and buy a 3-pack of magazines, which is probably going to cost you 30 or 40 bucks anyway, because that's what the Mod 1 and the Mod 2 magazine costs. KWA magazines ain't that expensive. You kids know that, right? There's no official word on if they're going to pre-sale additional magazines as well. Keep in mind that the Rona's still got everyone's factories all messed up, all over the place. They are looking into the possibility of pre-selling TK47 mags as well, because they understand that no one plays airsoft with just one magazine. Whether or not that actually happens because of factory production schedules, blah, 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 we're just gonna have to wait. I'm also waiting on any updates about their special edition for this gun. Keep in mind that the Mod 1, TK45, and T10 all had special editions, and all those special editions came pre-installed with a Gate Titan speed trigger, and they all had like a different unique color scheme. Some of those special editions are still currently available, some of them aren't. So I don't know if they're just going to do like a limited production, like we're only going to make, a couple hundred and that's it. I don't know if they're going to make them commercially available. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. At SHOT Show, if we recall, they did leak intentions for a Ronin 47 Kaiju as a special edition. But that was kind of all we heard. And if we also recall, Rob Monroe from the Valken Alliance, aka Kaiju, was very excited about this and kind of talked a little about it because he's like, ooh, Kaiju gun, yay! So it's fair to say that the special edition is going to be called the Ronin 47 Kaiju, but that's it. That's all we got. Historically, special edition information was usually released around the time the guns were commercially available, so I'm going to predict that around the time that people start getting those tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 packages, they start dropping any special edition information. And as soon as I get that, I'm going to tell you, I'm trying to get these YouTube views.
Caber, who the f*** are you, nerd?